Welcome back to Reactions, Rants, and Rabbit Holes. Rollen Green, you are you. Tom MacDonald is what we're going to do. Listen to, react, whatever. The deal is, Tim Pool is coming up right after this again. And, oh yeah, very thought-provoking animated video he's got there. I liked it. But last night, I was like, what the hell's going on? Tom and Tim are going back and forth on Twitter pushing some algorithmic issues and driving a song. And I don't quite know what instigated it. Probably Tim's tune getting hidden algorithmically, maybe, because of the new song. I'm not positive. But I looked, and we don't have a reaction to Fake Woke. We didn't check this one out yet. I know the song very well. It's in the car. So it's not like it's the first time I've ever heard it. If this is the first time you've ever heard it, listener beware. You know, Tom MacDonald can get people all worked up. Not so much on my end, but I mean out there, he makes people upset, I think, sometimes. Not Ange and I. We enjoy him. This shit's cool.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down.
Yeah, I would have to say the first thing is, being an old guy. I don't think I'm a boomer yet, but on that cutoff, the only thing I know it was certainly opposing viewpoints worked my whole life. And then all of a sudden, you get a group in power and they're not capable of even hearing things that upset them. Whew. That's a stretch. You know, when you have to shove your hands over your ears because you can't handle things outside of your own narrative. But then you would like to stone people who speak against your narrative. It's funny how free speech has devolved into a one-sided issue. Dangerous for some, necessary for others.
Death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They gave us tiny screens, we think we free because we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picture up.
No, it's weird. I'll look again. If there's an old reaction to it, there should be a card up here somewhere leading you to it, but that'll go unlisted after posting today. This I want to really tie in with the Tim Pool, where we got to with the channel, and we're a long ways from going, hey, Tom, I need to find... the channel can find hits. That's not, we don't have to use a Tom MacDonald song. We enjoy Tom MacDonald, and then this is appropriate with him and Tim going back and forth yesterday. But it feels weird. It feels like seems like I should have done this one a long time ago. And it could be that I just listened to it. I mean, this one's in the car right now. I'm not going to lie. I got 2 of his albums in the car. I got Gravestones, Ghost Stories, Death Threats, and so I don't know. I had 3 or 4 actually out in the car. But I listen to Tom all the time. I do. I admit it.
Because he wears a mask or he stays home.
Now, to be fair, it's that line. Yeah, you do you know. That's these things got the warning on the channel because of it, and now they've literally changed the rules. But we don't get see, it was true the whole time, but you were only allowed to say it for a certain time. So yeah, this triggering, of course. It really bothers me that the actual research is in, and they continue to. A calling's a calling, isn't it? I guess the sheeple aren't supposed to know they're being slaughtered. They're just supposed to smile as it happens.
Has a daughter, but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue because they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying.
I would side with Tom on there, but being my honey delivers food, and she's very, I would have, actually, I guess he's probably just right, So a lot of hard work. Nah, I'm sure there's lots of officers that are working hard too. I think it's just an indictment of how much protection you get. And by this point, I guess it's honest to say, I think most of these organizations have admitted their charter is not to protect the people. Protect and serve is an illusion. Follow orders is what it should say on the side of the car. Unfortunately. In my personal opinion, which is for entertainment only. So, what do I know?
They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase. But you and I cannot afford it, our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill, when the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our...
Yeah, that's a tough one too, because they have a pill, a formula, injection, a suppository. I mean, they got something for you. Better living through chemistry, I guess. You know what we never get? Exercise, stop eating poison, lay off the sugar, which is, sugar and caffeines, which, I'm guilty of. So, I can't do it. But I notice they don't ever, watching a show with Ange and the amount of commercials from the big PharmaCon. I don't watch a lot of commercials. We just happen to be watching something that it's which please explain to me in the comments how you get a paid service and then you get commercials. How do you pay for a service then they give you commercials? Oh, wait. Because the show is the filler and the commercial is the programming. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I forgot. I know a little bit about it. It's too bad. But the point is Pharmacon, oh yeah, they've got and they want, ignore the side effects. They have a lifestyle choice. They have a state of being they'll sell you. Just ignore the side effects.
But you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy. Say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying, fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking,
wow, and that stood the test of time. So Tom MacDonald fake woke as of 9:37 a.m. The 31st of August. Well, that stands the test of time. It's not a microaggression anymore. It's straight up being called other things. That's a very dangerous territory when the reason it's being demonized is the other side wants to have relationships with children. That's not a good reason to demonize the church. And that's the thing. I just saw some local school announced they're going to allow the Satan Club to hold their meetings publicly. Okay, yeah, that's it. But if that club is the exact opposite of everything that the church are good, and I don't want to hear about your oppression. Stop being oppressed. And don't let the priest pull something out of his pants and give it to you. Have the building is just a conduit for your relationship with something greater. You don't have a relationship with the priest if they're no good. You don't have to do any of that anymore, right? So that I don't want to hear that part. Nowhere in the doctrine is hate, abuse, that's just not the core beliefs of most faithful. So what would be the exact opposite of that? Well, obviously that's what the satanic group is about, right? It's the exact opposite. One doesn't exist without the other, the light and dark. So to openly embrace the darkness and put it on display in the public, in the schools, there you go. Nah, that won't have any negative ramifications at all. That's probably going to go over like gangbusters. And once again, then if the one side wants to look into my life and everything I said, I want to know deep down what everyone in that group is hiding, because I'm thinking it's horrific. Horrific.
God for the strength to keep winning. We cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Well, I hope they pushed his song. That's the reason we're here, because of what was going on with Tim Pool and Tom yesterday. So, in case we're curious, I'm starting to think this reaction's probably on Rumble. I don't think I let it go. I remember, I don't know. It's already been a good morning. So, who knows? I could be 100% wrong. Should be links to the Tim Pool and other stuff, whatevers. Some more Tom. And I think that's enough. I'm sure I spoke my mind. Tom makes that happen almost all the time. It's cool. Later.